on this episode, On the Job with Steve. So you guys do tracks, softball fields, football fields. Well, it's not the Daytona 500, is it?
This is Steve Webb. He's the superintendent for Vancouver Public Schools. That's a full-time job, and then some. But a few times every year, Steve ditches the suit and tie because every good boss needs to know the challenges his employees face at work. He's making lunch, mowing the lawn, fixing buses, and painting walls. It's On the Job with Steve.
I spent time in the field working with our crew for two reasons. First, to build relationships, and second, to understand the frontline challenges and contributions our employees make each and every day on behalf of our students and staff here in Vancouver Public Schools.
Good.
It's good to see you again. Thank you very much. Good to see you.
Good to see you.
I brought some water
Good.
in case I need it. You know,
How you been?
I've been busy. How about you guys?
I'm busy.
Yeah, the last 2 weeks kind of busy now in the spring break.
Yeah.
Try to get all the middle schools and elementary schools ready for track.
Sure,
Yeah.
sure. Well, it's spring, right?
Yep.
Spring.
We got some sunshine today,
I know.
right?
Nice
Very
A
weather.
little change of pace.
Yeah.
So, well, terrific.
Today we're going to be getting the cinder track ready for next week. We have to chalk the track, put the chalk on there for the running lanes for track season. So we have to go around and clean all the grass off of the track, get loosened up, and we get to blow it all into the center. Then we'll take the truck and drag it, the cinder track around so it's nice and smooth and picks up all the weeds and get the weeds and stuff off the track.
I love working outside, man. You know, look at this. We got a little blue sky. It's starting to break up. Sun's coming out. No rain today, so I'm really excited about being outside with these guys. All right. Yeah, new ball cap. Very nice. I don't need these big guys. Brand new gloves, too. Holy cow. How do I rate? There we go. See, now here's the difference between, look at that thing, right? I hope my hat looks a little bit like that afterwards. You know, we'll get this worn in a little bit. Yeah, safety, yeah. All right. I know how these work.
We can try hats. I like the Seattle one.
You like the Seattle one? You want to try that one on? Huh? Yeah? What do you think? It looks good. Absolutely.
Okay.
All right. We'll have some fun. Be a little silly. I've never done maintenance on a track before, so I'm certain I'm going to learn a little bit. I understand I'm going to be dragging and edging and leveling the surface, which isn't too unlike what happens with a baseball field. And as a young college student, one of my work study jobs was in fact field preparation for a college baseball field. So I'm pretty certain I'll pick it up pretty quickly. You want me to edge?
Okay.
No.
Edge, or I can show how to run the,
Yeah, show me that.
the edge.
Okay.
I can pull the wheel behind.
Okay. I know how to edge. I've never, this is a sod cutter, basically,
Cutter,
right?
Yeah, I go run that one to the curb and then pretty easy to drive on that.
Yeah, okay.
Fire it up, Chris.
That's the on-off switch. Look at that, first pull. That's nice. So in essence, what we're going to do is we're going to go on the interior and on the exterior where
Yeah.
there's a little bit of this grass.
Everywhere that has all the edges where the grass is at.
Right,
That's kind of the hardest part for the drag to get to. That's where most of the weeds go.
right.
So what that does is just cut underneath the soil so far and loosens everything up.
Right.
And so we can rake it this way or blow it into the track. Once we drag it, it all collects and the dragging tools.
All the weeds and everything will be collected with the drag, and then you'll just pull those things out.
Yes.
All the way around. All the way around. That would be 400 meters.
400 meters.
Just saying. All right, here we go. That's it, right? Is that all right?
Good. Good.
I'm a natural.
Yeah.
Yeah?
I just go behind and pull the weeds.
Okay.
Pull the weeds out.
Okay. Well, let's get her done.
Okay.
All right.
I go along here, cuts the grass right here, makes it nice and clean so there's no grass growing up over the curb. So it looks this nice cleaner look to the track. We'll do this and we'll do the inside one too.
Got a little edge problem here. All right, let's see if we can get this back on track. You know, the cinders were up a little high here, and this piece of equipment has a guide on the back of this blade. And when it gets too high, it doesn't stay right up against the curb, so I had to shut it down and reposition the machine. Well, that didn't go so well. For someone who's not used a sod cutter very frequently in his life, you've got to be pretty careful. In a couple of places we've got elevated cinder almost level with the curb, and the sod cutter jumped the curb a couple of times during the course of the afternoon. All right, I need some water.
Looking good.
Yeah, well, that thing really vibrates, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's hot.
I can blow a little bit the corner here and break a little bit of the weeds, and then we can drag it.
Okay, okay.
Dragging all the weeds out, and then we can drag in the whole track kind of level.
Okay, so you want me to hand rake some of this?
Yeah, I can. We can grab a hand rake and we can rake a little bit to the center.
Uh-huh,
And I
sure.
can blow a little more.
Okay. I can do this. I can do this most of the afternoon. You know, this is, if you push yourself, you can get a bit of an aerobic workout. I just need a little music, you know. When I was in college, working on the baseball field as part of a work-study gig, I took a lot of pride in making sure that that field was in great shape for practice and for ball games. And then later in my career, when I was a high school teacher and high school head baseball coach, one of our preseason rituals were a set of lessons on raking. Because just like here, if you don't rake from the outside in, your base paths create lips right at the grass line, and you get nasty hops. You want to make sure that that's a level surface, and of course we're not worried about baseball hops here, but certainly want to make sure that the surface is as level as possible so that the track is as safe as it possibly can be for our athletes to practice and compete on.
I believe next will be finish out raking the loose weeds on that side of the track. It depends what time it is, take a little break.
So you guys do tracks, softball fields,
Football fields,
football fields,
soccer,
soccer fields,
Yep.
baseball fields.
Baseball
Yeah.
fields, no, we just
No.
mow in there. We don't paint,
Yeah,
don't light
Yeah, we don't
any
do
of those.
anything.
Okay.
Yeah,
Baseball
good.
coaches are probably doing that.
Yeah.
You know, that's because we're a bit retentive about that. You know, I coached high school baseball
Yeah.
for 7 years, so you know we're pretty particular about
Yes.
how we like the field to
Yeah.
look.
Then we'll probably end up dragging the track with the truck, get all the loose weeds off there, get it all nice and smooth.
Well, is there any instructions other than stay inside the?
Yeah, stay inside, but I probably go by by that much in this side of the curve
So
over there.
about 3 feet inside the
3
curve.
feet of the curve, yeah.
And Jose, how many years again have you worked for Vancouver Public Schools?
16,
16?
almost, I'll be 17 in September.
Ah, good for you.
I do 6 years like custodial and almost 12 years ground.
Uh-huh.
When I'm working the ground, I'll be working days and I can just spend time with my kids.
Yeah, sure, sure. Boy, this really picks up that grass, doesn't it? Whoops. Do you guys do that? When you're pulling the drag, and of course you've got to really monitor that with both mirrors, and on the turns you can't really see on the passenger side the drag in the back, so a couple of times I missed the mark and we had the drag actually jump the curb too, but I asked Jose, does that happen frequently with you guys? He said all the time, so you know, they cut me a little bit of slack. Well, how'd I do?
Did good.
Yeah?
Very good.
I only jumped the curb
I just
2 or 3
Sounds
times.
okay.
It was on that side,
I didn't
far
see
side. Yeah. I kept watching Jose. He was kind of checking the mirror on the right side here as we were making the loop, and
It's easy to do.
well, and you really can't see the
Yeah.
drag on that
Yeah.
side of the mirror when you're making
Yeah.
that turn. But anyway,
We all do it, don't worry.
yeah. So is that it? Are we done?
Yeah. Basically, we're done with the track, the center track part, yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Well, that was great fun, guys.
Oh,
I appreciate it.
thank you for
Yeah,
coming to work with
absolutely.
us.
Jose, thank you as
Thank you.
always. It's good to see you and catch up. And Chris, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Yeah, I had a terrific time, and maybe next time I can come help work the chalker.
Talking, oh yeah.
He do pretty good, and we appreciate him coming, coming working and see where we do in the busy days, and doing pretty nice. We get all the weeds done, and we'll be ready to paint it for next week. Chuck and be ready for the kids after spring break.
I think it went very well, very well. He did excellent doing all the machinery. It looks good. Yeah, it looked good, man. There was a lot of weeds in this track before we started.
I had a great time today with Jose and Chris. These two guys are really committed to making sure that these tracks, our ball fields, are prepped and ready for our student athletes. And what I'm most proud of these two men is that there are two of them. That is our sports field crew. They're responsible for every track in the district, every softball field in the district, every baseball field in the district, our football fields, our soccer fields, and these guys come to work every single day with joy and commitment to contribute to student athletes and to Vancouver Public Schools, and I'm proud of that. All right, fellas. Hey, thanks again for everything, okay? Appreciate your contributions. So I think I can navigate my way around the track on a tractor, I hope. Do we have a tractor? Am I driving a tractor? What am I driving? Okay, well then let's do that over again. I'm not driving a tractor, I'm driving a truck. I thought it was on a tractor.
These guys were telling us that rocks kick up and you'll get it in your hair and your clothes. Are you prepared to get dirty?
All right, yeah, sure, you bet. You want to do that again?
Are you prepared to be covered in rocks and get filthy?
Absolutely. I don't know if you want me to say more than